Hello there, and welcome to tonight's edition of Grin and Guardian Gang. Sometimes in public safety, things don't go as planned. Sometimes things go horribly wrong. So we're going to have a little bit different type of episode tonight. We're going to have our normal show, Grin and Guardian Gang, as we always do, but we're covering some breaking news coming out of Loudoun County, Virginia. I could push the right buttons. There was a structure fire. There is a structure fire with a reported explosion, missing firefighters, and a missing crew. Missing crews, it's at 347 Silver Ridge Drive in Loudoun, Virginia. We've got reports of there's one possible fatality of a fire personnel. And we're also hearing that there's several that are being transported that are red tag to Washington Burn Center. Command is taking accountability right now. So the person that they're digging for right now was not able to tell them where they were after the explosion. And so they are currently looking for that firefighter, but they don't know who all's missing yet. So that's going to be a working incident that I'm going to try and keep listening to in the background and keep us updated. Thoughts and prayers out to Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C. They're going to have a tough time the next couple days. So let's see who I got backstage here to help me out here. I got Corey. Welcome, Corey. And I've got Andy. Welcome. See, I don't think they know who's who at this point, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but what? So they're on a third alarm, apparently. All right, yeah, I'm going to try and be listening to this as well. So, Andy, do you have any more update for me?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. All right, well.
As soon as I find out, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I don't want to make this whole show about this incident, but at the same time, I don't want to not pay attention to our brothers and sisters in the fire service.
Right.
I know that. Okay, so they do have an LZ. God, they got so many channels going. I would hate to be a commander on something this big. All right, I'm going to turn this down some. I'll listen in the background. Corey, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Just trying to get through the week. Thank God it's Friday, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Where's your sidekick, Chuck?
Sidekick Chuck is at basketball games with his kids. They got tournaments going on. Tournament started actually Wednesday, and they go straight on until tomorrow. So he's tied up with his 3 kiddos.
He's kind of big to tie up, so.
yeah, that's impossible to tie him up.
Sometimes, I'm sorry, I was distracted. Sometimes you got to do it with the kids. I think Matt was doing something too also.
Oh, nice. Huh.
So,
what's the weather like over there? Because it's about -5 here today, and
-5.
Yeah, we had about 6-7 inches of snow over the last 4 or 5 days.
What kind of world do you live in? Good Lord. It's 57 degrees. I'm wearing a t-shirt.
My older bones are feeling it. Trust me.
Oh, I get it. I'm still ready to go to Florida. So I get it. So
Florida, what about like San Diego or something where it's constant 70, 75 degree weather all year round?
I know. I've been there a couple times. It is nice. You could drive to the mountains and ski or drive to the beach and surf all in the same day.
I've never been to San Diego, but I heard it's beautiful down there. But
yeah, it is gorgeous. I only stayed in the city when I was flying, doing medevac stuff. So I only stayed and visited. So all right, so I've totally lost control of what I was going to do tonight in the show. First off, I forgot. I need to announce that we have a sponsor, Thin Line Rock Radio Station. Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons between noon and 2 Eastern time, you will hear me spinning classic rock hits and pretending I know what I'm doing as a DJ. I don't know what I'm doing as a podcast host, so I don't know that I'll know what I'm doing as a DJ, but hey, we'll figure it out as we go. I had my last show Thursday. What's that?
What's the definition of classic? Like 80s, 70s, 60s? How far back are they going?
70s to like mid 80s. So yeah, I think the owner of the radio station's a little bit younger than me, so he's like, disco. That's not rock and roll, boss. But yeah, I opened with some Supertramp, followed up with some Kansas. I had some Nickelback in there. Who else did I have? I forget. I had a pretty decent lineup.
You've had
I had some Journey. Yeah.
Man.
So, and I haven't picked this week's song selections. I think I want to do some Eagles, some Floyd. I'm trying to think who else. Maybe some maybe some Aerosmith or something like that. Definitely
CCR.
Some Bad Company. Oh yeah. Oh, I did do some CCR. Yeah. I did that, and so yeah, I had a couple in there. It was pretty decent. So. Well, we also got Susan hiding in the background here. Let me bring Susan in here. Hello there, Susan. How are you?
Hey, guys.
You're beginning to be a staple on this show. We're going to keep you.
Okay.
There's worse places to be, right?
That's true.
Well, welcome. I wanted to bring you in to, well, first off, discuss to see if you had any updates on how your your fundraiser was going to get you to DC. See if you had any updates on that. And then, of course, we wanted to talk coins and see if you had some more really cool coins, because you said you had some to show us. So yeah. How's it going with the trip to DC? Any breaking news on that, or
not yet? We're still working on it, and hopefully get more donations. So
okay, well,
DC is expensive, so.
Well, I'm gonna try and remember to put it out on my show on the Thin Line Rock Radio, and see if that'll help you out. I mean, I'm newbie at the station, so I don't know if anybody listens to me or not. But so,
I did.
Oh well, there you go. I got a fan. So, let's see here. I'm Common Soul. I don't know if there was any cars or trucks. When I pulled up the address, it looked like it was a single family dwelling. And Talk TV wants to know what it means when it goes to multiple alarms. Okay, that's an easy question to answer. Usually on a house fire, you get 3 engines, 2 trucks, 1 medic, 1 ambulance, 1 chief officer. So every time you add an alarm, you add that exact number of pieces of equipment coming. So they now got 9 engines, 6 trucks, and well, they just rolled an EMS task force. So that's what it means when it goes to multiple alarms. It goes to multiple alarms because, well, first off, in this situation, the first in alarm company became part of the call. And so they ended up having to be rescued. So technically this would probably be a greater alarm, like a 5th alarm with special resources given to it, because they're going to need backhoes, they're going to need trenching equipment, they're going to need equipment to dig into void spaces where they hope to find downed firefighters who are still alive. And they're still trying to actively fight the fire, which is gas fed. But the problem with that is you cannot put the fire out if it's in the room with them, because if you remember the rules of science, you cannot compress steam. So if you steam a firefighter, you're basically going to send all that steam right through their gear, and it would pretty much be like steaming any animal. And it sucks being steamed. I've been steamed, but to be steamed in a condition where you couldn't get out of it would be horrible. So yeah, they're trying to just keep the fire, what we call, in check, and moved away from them. We try and get between them and the fire. If that makes sense. So, and it's probably not going to be easy to do when they're looking at a pile of rubble. So they don't know exactly where the fire is. So yeah, it's pretty bad. You keep passing this thing. Yes, they'll do the job and help others in the process. Yeah. And they're still answering all the other calls as they go out. PD is doing what PD always does for us when there's a down firefighter. PD is clearing the roads so that we have the most direct route to the hospital. They're going to Washington Burn Center with one's going to Reston Hospital, and I hear Air Care is coming in for another. So, and they still don't have a count of how many firefighters were down last time.
They are also right now in the middle of evacuating the neighborhood where the explosion was.
Okay, now then that means it's more than just a residential fire. If they're evacuating a neighborhood.
That's crazy.
That would send us into a significantly different type of incident. Yeah, I figured it was at least 6 alarm, but why would they evacuate a neighborhood? That's touching the, I don't want to dare say the T word.
Yeah.
No, I cannot, Warren. Yeah, that's dangerous territory when you start evacuating. I mean, I'll see here. How can I do this? Share screen. Give me a second. I'm still trying to figure all these fancy things out. How did you guys end up over there? All right, hold on a minute. I'll get this. Here, I'll move it over there. All right, share screen. And I normally wouldn't put any information out that family wouldn't have. So I don't know any names. I don't know any unit numbers. I don't know specific assignments. So this is the address. It's one of these houses, but if they're evacuating a neighborhood, that's a whole different
they're
story.
Evacuating the entire street.
The entire street. So that would be this road right here. That's entirely different situation to evacuate from this to this. That, like I said, that changes it to a different type of dynamic. Are we looking at a house fire that got out of control, or now are we looking at something that was intentionally done? My first question, as a responder working in the nation's capital, as I have been, who lives in that neighborhood? Mm-hmm. That's my first question.
Is gas involved?
Well, obviously gas is involved because they said it was a gas-fed fire. But more importantly, being in the nation's capital, and I'm just going to stream out. That is not that far outside the nation's capital. What type of dignitaries are there. That would be my. Oh, wait a minute here. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I may have done something wrong on this one. All right. Google may have done something wrong. Let's see.
Blame Google.
Yeah, I blame Google for a lot of things in my life. I can't blame my wife. That would be wrong. All right.
My wife.
Same thing. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Different scenario. So they gave me, it was a different Silver Ridge drive. But it is still here. I'll pull it back up. I just caught that. So this is the house. It's a very large house. So let me explain what happens when fire department gets on scene. This is a difficult one because we divide a house into different sides. Each side of the house has a different name. The front side, which is where you get mail, no matter which way it's located, where it gets mail is the Alpha side, A side. The next on the left side is the B Bravo side. The back is C Charlie side. And this side over here, closest back, coming back around, is the D Delta side. And our job as firefighters, when we pull in, first aid engine company is going to, there's probably a hydrant somewhere up on one of these streets, is to catch the hydrant and come in. The ladder company always positions itself directly in front of the house. We call that letting the ladder take the address. The officer off the first arriving piece of equipment is supposed to exit his vehicle and do a complete 360-degree lap around the structure and give a full report. Like, for instance, on this one, will it let you? No, I can't. So I would probably, if I was an officer in command, I would say I had a corner residence. It looks to be like a 3,000 square foot, 2-story on a basement, swimming pool in the backyard. I have heavy fire in, and I would say if it was on the Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta side, I'd say we're taking 2 3/4 to either the front door, the side door, through the garage, around the back, whatever. And that's how I would start it. So, but once again, my question would be, that's still a heck of a lot of territory to evacuate.
Yeah.
So, and it's an odd shaped structure, but I mean, that makes never mind really as far as firefighting. In fact, having a swimming pool there might even help. So, okay. All right. Sorry. I know you guys didn't want to get a fire class. So
that's the easy part.
Well, yeah.
Well, you guys like give lessons on cooking, right?
Oh, absolutely. Not good
That's
ones.
what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes we have to work. So
yeah,
your plush recliners and your gaming systems and I get it.
Yeah, I'd trade that plush plush siding in anytime I had to go inside a burning building now. It's hot, it's nasty, the rats and the cockroaches are running out and you're running in, so it's the best 15 minutes worth of work you'll ever have if everything goes perfectly as planned, and the next hour and a half is usually hell because the first 15-30 minutes of a fire, you're tearing shit up, you're putting the fire out, you're having a great time. After that, it's just hard, dirty, nasty work, cleaning up.
Overhaul. Oh god.
Overhaul, yeah. So
usually if there's Furbies on the call, that's who they call to come do the overhaul operations.
A lot of times.
And reloading the hose.
And reloading the hose. A 5-inch hose, that stuff is heavy.
Yes, it is.
It comes in 100-foot lengths. And what you have to do is you have to roll it up. You have to jam a crowbar in it, and 2 people have to lift it, that 100-foot section up and walk it back to the fire engine. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I hate 5-inch hose. Hate
4
5-inch
inches bad too. But 5 inches
4 inches bad.
Especially
5 inches
in the
sucks.
middle of the summer.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I've been on some in the winter that suck too, but
yeah,
because what happens in the winter, like one of the last ones in my career, I fought, we were in there, we were all hot and sweaty, and our gear was freezing up when we come out, and we strip off and we're frozen when we strip off and we're freezing. And then I got to put my gear back on and it's frozen and I can hear like the ice crunchies. I'm trying to, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. So,
yeah.
And Corey, I cannot imagine what fighting fire in an element in 5 below would be. I cannot even fathom how cold that is on a fire.
Oh, it's not fun.
I've seen pictures. I've taken pictures of 3-alarm fires here in Great Falls, and man, when that fire's out, it's solid icicles. The hoses are just stiff as a board. It's at that present moment, I feel sorry for the firefighters because that shit sucks.
Yes, I'd rather run after a bad guy and shoot him than do that. So,
yeah,
no,
it
probably sounded bad, but
we've had some extreme temperatures here. Like probably, about a month ago, we've had temps that were down to 40 below, 45 below.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we've had like even newer houses. The water pipes were being broken, and yeah, it was causing a lot of damage around here because it was that cold snap, like it hit in the blink of an eye, and it stayed put for like 3 days straight. And it was pretty brutal. Yeah.
No, thank you. I'll take the 57 in t-shirt weather here in Atlanta. Susan, what is it over in the Carolinas today?
It was in the 60s. So
yeah, so that's not. Yeah, I'll take
it. It was
Andy,
-5 here today. Damn you guys.
Andy, what'd you make it up to today? You're muted, Andy. Are you back, Andy? He muted himself. Yeah. Now he can't figure out how to mute himself.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, we were at 46 today.
That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Y'all are about to get a major snow. Still not too bad. You're about to get a major snowstorm up that way, though, right?
Well, they keep dropping it now. It's down to 3 to 5 inches of snow.
Oh,
it's not even supposed to start till after midnight now. It was supposed to start about 3.5 hours ago.
A millimeter shut the city of Atlanta down for a month.
Yeah. That's about what it is here. They hear the word snowflake and everybody runs to the store.
A quarter of an inch, we had people stuck. A quarter of an inch of snow. Now, I'm originally from Washington, D.C., so it didn't affect me any, but a quarter inch of snow, we had people stuck on the road for 5 hours. We had people freezing to death. We had the whole city shut down for like a week and a half.
Jeez.
Quarter inch of snow. Yeah,
that don't happen in Montana.
When do you all start shutting things down? When it gets about 8 feet?
So when we had that cold snap, this is honest to God's truth. When we had that cold snap, when it was 40 below, they closed the schools down for 1 day because it was that cold. The water pipes were breaking in the schools. So they shut it down for 1 day because of that cold snap. They have never closed any schools where I've ever lived for a snow day. That has never happened.
So y'all are where the thing comes.
4 years ago, 5 years ago, we got a hellacious storm where we actually got dumped 2.5 feet in less than 24 hours. And we still went to school. The kids still went to school. Your Priuses and all that, those little wind-up cars, those were stuck. They couldn't get out of the driveway. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, this is where you all are where it comes from. I walked uphill in the snow and 2 feet of snow to and from the school.
Oh my God! You know how many times my dad told me that growing up?
Me too. Now, granted, we had snows up north, and we didn't close them that often. And while I was in DC, but now they close schools here in the South if it gets too cold.
That's crazy to me. I just cannot wrap my head around that.
Yeah, I can't either. If it's too cold
I've been
or
used
too hot.
to this, but yeah.
If it's too cold or too hot, I don't either. So
too hot too.
Yeah. Because well, I mean, occasionally we'll get close to triple digits. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You don't want the students to get too hot, so.
That's crazy. We've been in the triple digits here too, but wow.
I would see maybe like if you were in Florida and it was like 110 and it was going to be that way for a week or two. I could see that, but Atlanta, it's 98. Oh, we got to close schools.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, they won't be able to tell their kids those stories. So
right. Just man up.
Exactly. Oh man, Susan, what kind of coins have you got to show us?
Oh, let me see. I found my one fire coin for y'all.
Your one fire coin. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make you full screen.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
That is nice.
I like that a lot. Let me move this. I like that a lot.
And then here's the back.
Oh, that's nice. It's even got the EMS logo on it.
That's from
I like it.
FDNY Station 4.
Cool. That even has towers on it, doesn't it? So the twin towers on the front?
It might have been. Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
On the back, they've got the Freedom Tower. So
okay. Yeah. We'll let the terrorists win with that one.
Yeah. And then let me see. This is the Dallas Strong one. This is the commemorative coin for the Dallas 5 that got killed. In 2016. And then it's got.
Oh, is that their individual badge numbers? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Individual badges.
At half mast. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a cool coin.
I like that one, yeah.
And then somewhere on Twitter, I think, I got a coin sent to me in the mail from Sam, the 100-year-old Marine.
Oh, okay.
And it.
Well, that's a big coin.
Yeah, it is.
Not as lean, not as mean, but still a Marine. I like that.
That's awesome.
There's
Staff Sergeant Sam Nebeski, 100-year-old Marine.
Yeah.
Okay.
He passed away in 2019. So, but I'm not sure how I ended up with one of his coins, but they sent it to me and I was very thankful.
I imagine so.
See.
I like that coin.
And then
I actually got one.
I don't know how many he sent out. I guess it was a bunch. And then when we went to London a few years ago now, they don't really do challenge coins over there. It's kind of a different thing. But they did have one. And they have a traffic unit called the Black Rats.
I like it.
That's nice.
I don't think we could do that here in the States.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Is that like mirrored? Is that mirrored?
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over well here, would it, Glenn?
No. I told you, if you talk to anybody over here, to any of the officers, don't tell them you're on the rat squad. Because that's a whole different meaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Over here than over there. And they didn't give me a hat, but they did give me one of their pins from their hat.
Oh, is that PD? Yeah, oh yeah, that's police. I see it down at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah. That's what they
wear.
With a
crown on it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
This crest. That's what they wear on
Okay.
top, so, or on their hats.
That's nice.
I see.
And see, it's things like that that make the memories for you, you know?
Yeah. We've got this coin.
Ooh, that's mirrored too. Is that
Yeah.
gold again? Yeah, it's gold.
Yeah. And this is from
Traffic.
Fort Bragg PD,
Oh, nice.
their motor division.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that's some designing there. It's some 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. It's real 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, Chuck, yours was your skull for yours was 3D too. Yeah, it was. What you got?
And here's one from the DEA.
That one looks mirrored too. That's cool.
The Chicago, let me see, Illinois, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Indiana, Minnesota group region. And
Also, I guess the DEA has like they don't work out of like one area. They're just kind of like a big group.
You got the regional offices, and then you got agents in certain areas.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was from the Chicago Field Division. So
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Is that 3D or is that recessed or is it just mirrored?
it looks like it's epoxied in the background, and then it's got
Yeah, it does.
silver on top of it.
That's pretty nice.
Huh.
I like that one.
Let me see what else we got. Then here's NYPD Brooklyn North. Oh, hold on, go away. Here we go.
Oh, nice. That's the badge.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like any of the ones with the badges on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool crest with that's a knight shield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it says Bed-Stuy, do or die. That's
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty.
speaking of, let's see. Here is Miami-Dade homicide.
Oh, that's also nice with a badge on it.
Then it says thou shalt not kill.
With the skull and crossbones on
That's
the back of it.
nice.
Yeah.
And to go along with that,
In gold too, yeah.
yeah. Then to go along with that one, here's Chicago PD.
Oh, that's cool. I like the checkerboards. I've seen a couple of their cruisers. I've never seen a clean one. They're always dirty from snow, but they do the checkerboards on the cruisers. Murder City, USA. That's true. That's very true.
Then it's got the Grim Reaper on the back in 3D.
That's fitting. Maybe they should have the immigrant camps on the new ones.
Yeah.
Not that we're political on this show. We're not.
That's okay.
Well,
Then here's the 76th precinct.
oh wow, that is completely mirrored. And is
That's
that
a
for?
badge.
Yeah, of a badge. Yeah. What city? Oh, that's NYPD. Oh, that is bad. I like that. Brooklyn South. Okay, with the cruiser on it. That's nice.
Then they call it the
It's
Hotel
durable.
They call it the Hotel California.
I like that.
That's cool.
I like that a lot. With the back with the Statue of Liberty, and the front was in silver, or was it the front in gold?
No, it's in silver.
Okay, I couldn't tell with the lighting. All right, that's pretty nice. I like that. All the ones with the badge shape, I always liked.
Let me see. Then this is a photographer that works for Louisville PD gave me this.
Oh, you seeing that, Andy? Look at that. That is nice.
That is
That's
really
mirrored.
nice.
It is mirrored, and that's in the background of that is the what do you call it, Andy? The camera lens, the iris.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it's got it written, their logo on the front, Louisville PD. That is very nice.
And then on the back of it,
Ooh.
for COVID.
Oh, okay. 2020 riots, yeah. To hell and back, Louisville Metro PD. That is nice.
Yeah, if you can find somebody with NYPD that collects coins and stuff, then you can rack up because they put out a lot of coins.
But it's funny you say that. I've been trying to find somebody with FDNY. Ooh, NYPD, the finest, with their patch on the front. And I guess it's the Irish American flag on the other side.
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
That's nice.
Do you guys belong
Yeah.
to the NYPD Challenge Coin Facebook page?
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I do or not.
You gotta check it out. It's only NYPD, and there's tons and tons and tons of coins.
Oh, gosh. I can only imagine.
They have
can only
contests, like
imagine.
daily contests. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a very active page.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
They also have coin sales where they just in a room somewhere and then trade coins for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I don't want Ross to feel left out. We're being broadcast live over Yerg's Radio. You can go listen at yergsradio.com. And if you want to call and talk to any of us, Susan will be more than happy to answer your questions. It's 1-888-88-YERGZ. That's 1-888-88-YERGZ on your phone pad. So, yeah, give us a holler. I'm still listening in the background. It still sounds like it's pretty active scene there, and they're still trying to get to the firefighters. So, all right, Susan. Sorry, I was going to do a little ad real quick there. Okay, that's this New York City PD. That's a dog, isn't it?
Yeah, transit canines.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So when you look at the coin, dog's got his mouth open, and the front of it, and in the back, it looks like teeth marks.
Mm-hmm. That's wicked.
Oh, that's yeah. With NYPD, I guess they're probably 2 asses to save. I like that. The patch in the top left there. Usually, it's got a 1 with a slash and a star, which means 1 ass to save. But 2 means 2 asses because they're canine. So
another NYPD. I got a lot of NYPDs.
Well, that's nice. That almost looks like it's what would you call that? That's kind of like it's sunk into the coin from the way it looks like, with rope around it, and it's almost looking like, I guess it would be like pewter in 3D, but yet the 3D is covered.
Yeah, I think it's got kind of like an epoxy complete film over it.
Yeah,
so completely enclosed. This was the aviation unit.
Oh man, it's shiny too. Yeah, I like that. That's a nice coin. Brenda was asking if the dog one was a bottle opener or not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh, here's one from St. Paul, Minnesota. It is a bottle opener.
That's cool.
And
what's it say on it?
Paws on the ground and noses down. St. Paul Police Canine.
Those canine dogs get their work in. Whew. That's nice.
Actually, the reason I got this one is there's this print on it and nobody caught it. So they couldn't really So
they never turned down a coin.
They couldn't spell excellence for some reason. I don't know.
Never. Well, I met a police officer who on a scene asked me how to spell victim. I just looked at him and like PATIENT and walked away. Corey, do you know how to spell victim? He's ignoring me. I was
Yes,
gonna say,
I
are you
know how
Googling
to
it?
spell. Yeah.
Okay, I was just
Don't
make
ask,
sure.
don't ask Chuck to spell anything, though.
Oh,
He
okay.
struggles with his own name sometimes, yes.
Oh,
And I can
Chuck
give him all the crap. So
you can, well, yeah, it's what BFFs are for. All right, so that has to be a boat, a fire or a police boat.
Harbor unit, NYPD harbor unit.
Oh, okay, that's nice with the boats in 3D on the ship's wheel. That's nice. Oh, and an anchor on the back. Cool. I like that. Oh, well, Brenda's leaving us. All right, Brenda, fine, leave.
And then this one is from Federal Air Marshal.
Oh, now that's one you don't see much is the air marshals. You know, in my entire career, I don't think I've ever met an air marshal. In the front of it's their badge. That is nice.
The back of it is really cool. It's really detailed.
Oh, wow. That's like international flags and
Man, that took a long time to.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's an expensive coin, and it's got all the different flags from the different countries. I'm assuming probably from their travels.
Yeah,
That's nice. Is that the Star Spangled Banner? Is that the flag etched in the back? I couldn't tell.
yeah, that would be the American flag. The back in the background.
So yeah, in the back it's acid etched with the American flag. That's pretty cool. I've never seen one like that before. With the acid etching like that.
Who else was that?
Hey, Glenn, I just tried to get on one of the NYPD challenge coin pages, and it says you have to be a police officer to be on the site.
Just tell them your badge number OU812.
Yeah, exactly. Give me more.
Then here's the Bronx Detectives, 42nd Unit Squad, I think.
That's nice too. Yeah, that's their inspector badge there.
Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, the handcuffs. Oh, and any old style weapons. That's pretty bad. I like that.
That is nice.
And then the driving instructor school.
Oh, in the shape of a steering wheel. That's cool. With the police badge, or not badge, patches the center, like where the horn is. That is badass.
And there's
yeah, patches like that too.
Really?
Yeah.
That is nice. That is nice. I like that.
Yeah, even if they drive the little Cushman scooters, they have to go through training for that. There's like a week-long training.
Well, in the city, yeah, I guess in the city though, you never know what you might be driving.
Yeah. And then
in the winter, I hear that a lot of the motor units that still patrol on the motor, a bike, they will put a sidecar on so that it gives them stability and extra warmth. Don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that.
And then a couple of years ago, when we went to New York City, we went to the 9/11 museum, and one of the Port Authority lieutenants was working there. He gave me his personal coin.
Oh, that's nice. It's his badge. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then that's for the
Oh, with the blue lights coming up from the 9/11, our 9/11 towers. Yeah. That museum is in fear of being shut down because it's all volunteer. A lot of people don't realize that. And if it doesn't get enough funding or money from the city, and of course we know where the money from the city is going right now to help other people that don't live there. So they're in always jeopardy of shutting down, and this year is pretty bad for them. So, yeah.
That museum's amazing. So.
I have not managed to, what's the correct way of saying this? As far off as the event has been, I've still not been able to get myself psychologically prepared to go there. When I was with Fairfax County Fire Department, I was one of the photo units, and we went to the World Police Fire Games, and we played games against a bunch of the FDNY guys, and I got to know a couple of the FDNY guys. So I knew like 3 people who were in that building. So yeah, I have a especially hard time with that one. So it's still, I don't know that I am ready to go there yet. As long as it's been, that says something, you know. That's
yeah. I have a friend that works for NYPD that retired, and he said, "Don't ask me to go. I'm not doing it." So, and don't ask.
I don't.
Not never.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, it was a horrific day. So, and then being a firefighter and hearing the sounds of the air packs going off from deep inside of that building and knowing there's just no way you can. Yeah. Because all of our air packs have a motion detector. If you don't move within once every 3 seconds, it'll start beeping, and then it'll buzz, and it'll buzz beep. And then after that, it's a 30,000 decibel alarm. And there was hundreds of them going off that day. Whew. It was horrible. Well, somehow I got a coin in the mail that I wasn't expecting. It was from FX Reagan. He is an author, and from what I can tell, he is a retired Fairfax County police officer, or maybe even Metropolitan DC police officer. And I don't know how I won a contest off Twitter, but he sent me his personal coin.
Oh, nice.
And of course, on the back, I guess that's probably his crest, and on the back is his initials, FX, the way he writes them. So, and then it was an autographed copy of the book. So that was kind of cool. Pleasant surprise. I'm going to read the book. I'm actually going to contact him and reach out and see if he'll come on the show one night and talk to us. So I'm all about that. So that'll be kind of cool. We were originally supposed to have a Fairfax County police officer tonight on, but he, I think, let me go back and read the message. He had a birthday, and his wife bought him concert tickets, and tonight was the night of the concert, so he begged if he could come back next week, and so I told him that would be more than fine. But in the meantime, I found this. So actually, a friend of the group found us someone else to come in. Well, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. We call him Mr. Rogue and Embattled. Let's see here. Whew, I gotta figure out how to work this screen. How are you, Mr. Rogue and Embattled? How are you? I feel like
I'm doing pretty good. How's everybody else?
Well, we're doing well. We're talking about outside of Washington, D.C., they've had a building explode with multiple firefighters, one possibly KIA, and several others missing and injured. So we've been kind of following that story. But other than that, we've been talking about challenge coins. See, no, that didn't look like it worked too well. No,
I was hoping we could do this on my computer. I had my computer set up to be able to show you my website. But I couldn't get the link to work on there.
I could probably. Well, that's not bad. I'm trying to figure out how to make us all look somewhat proportioned. Tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, is where my moniker came from was some of the news stations around here this last year. They dubbed me as being rogue and Embattled. And I actually had to go look Embattled up. I never heard it before in my life.
And when you say around here, what part of the country do you mean?
I'm in Nebraska.
Okay, go ahead.
And
sorry.
I actually had to go look Embattled up because I had no idea what it meant. Never heard it before in my life. So I came up with my own little title for it. And when you put the two together, it essentially means against the status quo, standing alone, preparing for battle, surrounded by enemies. Which it actually described me quite well because that's exactly what I was going through at the time.
Okay.
I was in the process of, I had just filed a U.S. District Court lawsuit against the state and the county that I live in. And as a result of that and everything that I was put through for the last year, I lost nearly all my friends. My fiance of 9.5 years just up and walked out one day. Basically the only family I got left is my mom and my daughter. And I almost lost all my property over it.
Now, you were in law enforcement,
I started up
correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So I started up the Rogue and Embattled. I call it foundation. It's really not. It's a company. And started a brand out of it. And the purpose of it is to, the military has their supporters. And they have companies that support them and symbols that show them support. Law enforcement has the same. Fire, EMS. And I support all those.
Sure.
But the common everyday citizen who is a patriot, there's really nothing other than the flag, the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence.
That's true.
So I designed a little logo that I'm hoping it'll take off and people will start realizing when they see it that if they're going through anything where they're fighting for the rights of anybody, that they'll see that they're not alone and they have support.
Okay. So this organization is basically kind of to help just your average person out that may have their back up against a wall.
Yeah, it's to help out the patriot who doesn't have military backgrounds, not in law enforcement, not a firefighter, nothing where they've got support from anywhere else. They're just an everyday citizen standing up for America.
Okay. All right. Now, how long ago did this start with you that you had these problems?
They started in 2022. And
okay.
They ran all the way up until like the week before Christmas was when things finally started calming down. But I'm still going through the lawsuit.
Okay. Now, can you tell us any specifics, or because it's in court, you can't really?
I haven't been told I can't, but I really don't want to chance it because I'm the one filing it.
Okay. Well, now your organization, it does help out law enforcement too, right?
Oh, I fully support military and law enforcement, and everything on there shows support to them.
Okay.
And, I can't, nobody can build a brand or a business just by only selling their own product. You've got to sell things for other stuff too.
Okay.
So I stick with the things I support is what I sell items in support of.
Okay. Because Susan Smith, she's also on the show here with us. She has an organization, protecting the blue. Oh, Susan, help me out. Protecting the blue line.
Just protecting the blue.
Oh, protecting the blue. Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, all right, I'm gonna butcher this. I'll have it written down before I get it on radio, Susan. I promise you. So once, I mean, you're never going to get your friends or family back that left you with your back up against a wall. I mean, let's be honest. That's kind of a hard thing to do. You will never trust them, or I wouldn't, at least I should say. So
I've had a couple of them call me and say, hey, I realize I screwed up. I'm like, well, I'll be friendly, but we ain't going to be friends anymore. I can't trust somebody that's going to leave me when I need them the most.
Well, I mean, that's it with whether you're a brother in blue or a brother in red, or even cross either way. I would stop and help a police officer out if they needed help. That's what we do. We back each other up. So yeah, it's hard to trust somebody that runs, so to speak. So, or what do you think? I'm trying to word this so you don't. I know there were some things you didn't want to say. Do you want your story out more than anything, or I hate to say your life back because that's not exactly right, but
I'll never get my life back, not back to what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't necessarily want my story out. I just want to let people know that there's a way that they can show support for patriots, whether they're in law enforcement, the military, or just the average Joe who's out standing up for everybody's rights.
Okay. There's also a group, Fire is kind of loosely attached to it, called the Oath Keepers. Is this similar to that?
No. I've had some dealings with the Oath Keepers. I'm actually a good friend of Richard Mack, who used to be one of their founders, and he split off when things kind of got wiry with them. But they still seem to focus more towards law enforcement and sheriffs, particularly.
Okay. So I'm trying. They don't help the law enforcement, or they help? It's a political organization, I guess, is what I'm trying to ask.
They've gotten to be more political. They've gotten up where they're big enough that they make influence, and they've become more political than what I want to go towards.
How strong is your organization, member wise or group wise, or do you even keep track?
I get a lot of traffic to the website, but I haven't had any communication with anybody, and only sold a few small items. So right now it's just me. Okay.
So you're really just starting out. So, okay. All right. Well, that's, part of our goal here is to get the word out about stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to word questions properly. I want parts of your story out there, but I know you don't want your whole story out there. So, being in law enforcement, you're not always allowed to say everything. So
if I could get any part of my story out there, it is that when somebody is going to court to fight for a violation of rights, they're not going to court just to fight because their rights were violated. They're going to court to stand up for everybody that it could happen to in the future and to put a stop to it. So when people say, well, it's not my battle, it really is their battle, because every federal, especially federal court decision, makes a difference to every person in the United States.
That's true, because if it's a unique case, it's like setting precedents. So yeah, that's true.
And even if it's not a unique case, every case changes either whether it adds to or takes away from a case before it. It either strengthens it or weakens it.
Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, case law. So it's because there's common law, there's tort, there's case law. So yeah, we're seeing one play out right now in the highest court in the land. Actually, I've been listening to the Supreme Court arguments with Colorado, the state of Colorado versus Trump, and they're going back looking at case law that's into the 1800s. So yes, the case law does make a difference.
Yeah, I've seen some that go plumb back to maritime law when really the only written law we had was law for the ships that were transporting goods. And they went back that far.
Yeah, down in Louisiana, I still think they use some French laws. So down in those what do they call them?
Yeah, well,
Louisiana, what are they called?
It's the only state in the United States that doesn't have a county.
Yeah, they have.
I don't. That's the word I'm looking for. That's the word. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
They follow Napoleonic law, and if you are a lawyer, then you have to take a bar exam strictly for the state of Louisiana because their laws are a little bit different. So.
Wow. And Susan, you were law enforcement Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I didn't let you know Corey is in law enforcement as well. Andy is like me, he's in fire. So I only know a lot of the law stuff because I took pre-law hoping to one day be a lawyer. And then I was like, no, I think I'm going to go be a paramedic. Stupidest decision of my life. Stupidest decision of my life. So I think I'd have been a much better lawyer arguing for the people that rights are violated. Paramedics don't make any money. I know you probably know that already. I assume you worked alongside fire and EMS in your background.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been supportive of all of them because it takes everybody to handle a lot of emergency scenes.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were actually talking about in that incident in Loudoun County, Virginia. It's a 6-alarm fire. PD is closing down highways and roadways so they can get the firefighters, straight through to the Washington Burn Center, which is in another, well, it's not really a state, but, not in the same state of Virginia. So PD is doing that. And they're also controlling the traffic for the, hoses and the fire trucks coming and going too. So we all have a part to play on any scene. And that scene sounds particularly interesting because they're clearing out and evacuating a whole street. And being outside the nation's capital, that always makes a little thing on the back of my neck go up, because if you remember recently in Arlington, Virginia, they had an incident where there was an explosion when PD tried to go in the front door. That was within the past 3 months. So we're looking at one county over, another massive explosion. I'm not trying to spell out anything, but it does seem like kind of an odd coincidence. Especially with, I'm trying not to get political on my show, but with the current state of society. I try really hard not on my shows to get political, but sometimes it's real hard not to. Well, I saw on your site, and I'll list your site in the post credits since I didn't have you coming in, initially on the show. You had some challenge coins. Tell us about those. Actually, I'll see if I can get some while you're talking here.
The ones I list are all military. I think there's some firefighter coins on there. There's some law enforcement. I don't really pick and choose for any one certain thing. I try to pick what I think other people will want. And I go through and find, I went through a lot of websites looking at challenge coins, and most of them I was looking at, they're $25 and up per coin. So I try to find the ones that I can keep the lowest price possible, and still not give them away, because I include shipping and everything free, so I have those charges as well. But I get the lowest price I can possibly get, and some of them even have deals. And I actually have 3 sales going on right now on my webpage. If you buy one of my branded items or one of what I call the legacy leaders, then anything else on the site that's not branded, you get one item for 50% off. Everything comes with free shipping. Any purchase over $25 comes with free shipping. And what was the other one? Oh, on my decals and stickers, for every 2 you buy, you get 1 free.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up here. Like I said, I can't put it into the chat where it would be clickable, but I can put it in the credits after the show so that people that wanted to go there, because I was flipping through and I saw the coins, and you've got
and the,
pretty much
the legacy leaders t-shirts. Those are a unique deal. Those were actually I've got a 13-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay. She drew them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They're AI generated images, so they're all original artwork. And the purpose behind those is they're all a significant historical figure for American history. I think we have George Washington, Ben Franklin, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Harriet Tubman, and Piet Seward up right now. And we've got 5 more coming out this weekend. And they each have a little one-line quote that each of those are famous for. And the purpose of them is to get kids to talking to people about history. Some of our local kids around here have some of them, and it's working. I mean, other kids are asking them, who is that? What's that about? Their teachers are asking them if they know who it is. And it's to get kids interested in American history, a subject that's normally seen as boring, trying to hit them at that age where they still want to learn, and to get them excited about learning if everybody starts talking to them about it.
Absolutely. The Donald Trump coin, is that the official presidential coin, or do you know if that's
that? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of the background on them. Pretty much, if they're just in support of, the things that I'm in support of, and I can get them at a good enough price, I'll put them up there, because you never know who wants them.
That's true. We've got one for, it looks like, every branch too. German Normandy. That's a nice coin.
And if you go to the novelty items, I've got something I've never seen on any other store. My daughter's left-handed, and so I have on the novelty items. I have a.
Don't tell me
go down just a little bit more.
All right.
Yeah, there's a left-handed coffee mug. There's a left-handed ladies travel cup and a left-handed men's travel cup.
Okay. That's nice.
But my daughter's left-handed, and that's another one she came up with, because she's said she's always tired of whenever she goes take a drink out of somebody else's coffee cup, they can't see the logo on the cup.
And where was the shirt she designed?
Under the ones that are legacy leaders.
Legends. This one. Okay. Okay. Yeah, with each, that's nice. There's Lincoln. And I saw Washington. And who's this one? That one's
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. Thank you. And my glasses need to be I need new glasses. And who's this one here? This is,
I believe that's Peter Seward.
It is. God, I got to squint. Don't tell anyone.
That one educated me. I did not know that he was African American.
I'm gonna take the fifth here that I don't remember his legacy. I don't remember being taught his legacy.
It was kind of like Paul Revere. He was one of the first ones that ran to alarm the colonists.
Okay.
And I believe that one's Jefferson.
I think you're correct. These are nice. She did good work.
And then on the back of each of those is our brand logo, the Rogue and Embattled brand.
Okay, so that's okay. All right. I was going to ask because I couldn't tell till I made it larger. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Now, the money, the sale of these goes to help, obviously, you and your legal cause, but do you have any other organizations that you work with?
Well, I'm hoping once it gets going that the biggest challenge I've had is I've talked to organizations, I've talked to attorneys, I've talked to attorneys who never even thought about doing civil suits. And in the entire United States, I found one attorney who would take the case, and he's all the way out in New Jersey.
Wow.
And so I want to, once I get everything up and going, I want to set up an account where everyday people, they don't have to have a cause behind their suit. If they're going to a federal lawsuit, I want to be able to help them out with attorneys.
That's good.
Because every place I've called to, like, well, your cause doesn't line up with ours. So I haven't been able to get any help with anything. So I'm actually taking this lawsuit on self-represented.
Oh, pro se. Okay. I did that once. It didn't work out too well for me, but that's another story.
Well, this will be the third time I've went pro se, and so far I'm batting 100%. But this will be the first time in a federal lawsuit.
Yeah, I went into a federal court pro se, representing myself in a bankruptcy. Yeah, it didn't go too well for me. So
yeah, I doubt I would ever do that.
Yeah. Well, there was a whole math thing that went with it too that I didn't do well with. You have to fill out a lot of forms that got mathematical numbers. I will say, though, in my defense, they held my case to the very last one. And it was all I could do to sit there in that court and listen, because they ask you, what is your job description? What do you do? How do you earn money? Blah, blah, blah. And this guy is up here telling how, remember, I'm in public safety. I'm just a lowly paramedic firefighter. And so I'm listening to this guy say he works security, he protects women. And they ask him, well, how often do you work? He says, well, sometimes it's by the hour. And he's got like 3 motorcycles, 4 cars, 2 houses. And it is everything. My wife's holding me down. I'm in the back with my hand raised, yelling, he's an MF and pimp. He's an MF and pimp. Because he describes sexual trafficking, he describes sexual enslavement, and the judge is like, okay, well, we'll let you have 1 motorcycle and 1 house. Now your clothing, you can't. And I go, what? It was all I could do to keep from getting thrown out. So then when my turn went up there, it was no more Mr. Nice Attorney guy that was speaking to me. He was to the point. I'm literally thinking about writing a book about this. He literally is drilling me about, what do you do? I said, well, paramedic firefighter. Well, how often do you work? I said, well, I work 56 hours a week. Plus I have 2 part-time jobs. I said, so I'm working my ass off. I said, I have 1 house, 1 car, and no credit card debt. I said, I just want to save my house, and I will pay it back if you will just keep my house. And he says, well, the reason I kept your cases last is because you see all these attorneys lined up all the way around the outside of my courthouse or courtroom. I said, yes, sir. He said, they're all waiting for you. I held your case last because they wanted me to make fun of you. He goes, you did pretty good on your paperwork, but your math sucks. He says, I suggest on your way out of here, you pick one of those fellows' business cards and call them and come back and see me again. And I turned to my wife and I'm thinking, the guy in front of me was a pimp. The one before her, that was, he didn't have a job and they got to keep all their shit. So, yeah, it was all I could do to keep my dignity and not being held in contempt. So I understand the pro se. I've represented myself in other things, but yeah. So yeah, I was in back yelling, he's an MF and pimp. He's an MF and pimp. And my wife's like, sit down. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a loose cannon. You're not dying there, Corey. I can tell.
I got so much to say, but I'll just leave that.
Yeah. Well, it was, and I don't know if you know, sir, but I live in Atlanta, so it was especially difficult for me. I was trying my best not to go to jail that day. So, but it was more of my wife's doing than mine, because if I'd had my way, I would have been in contempt. So I understand that it's sometimes good to fight for the little guy, because you could be the little guy one day.
Yeah, it's definitely a position I never thought I would be in, but sometimes the wheels of life spin a lot different than you want them to.
Absolutely. You can't, nothing is guaranteed. And, and in public safety, you can lose everything in a New York minute. And a lot of people don't understand that. Not just your life we're talking about, because that's obvious. You get shot. I could fall through a burning building. The house could explode around me. I might make one bad decision as a paramedic. A police officer might make one bad decision as a police officer, and they've lost their house, their stuff. The same with me as a paramedic. So a lot of people don't realize that. They just see me. So I'm on a roll, Corey. Back me up here.
Well, it's one of those things. You make one bad choice and you're marked for life. You know what I mean? And it takes one bad apple in a community or even in a city that's 75,000 people. That's a black mark on the entire department. You know, and it's one bad decision that you made, and everyone's shunning you throughout the entire state or throughout the country. I've been in so many different situations where I'm always second guessing myself. Did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision? Thankfully, knock on wood, I've never caused a black eye to my department or to my agency or to the entire state or the country. But some people have, and I know people that have. Even when I worked in the prison system, you get some of these offenders that are perfect con artists, and they rope in the weak. And I've lived by the motto: you always live in a glass house. And one thing you don't do when you live in a glass house, and that's throw stones. Because when you live in a glass house, you and I, all the public safety, we deal with hundreds and hundreds of people throughout our career. We can't remember faces. We can't remember all the faces. And we can't remember all the people that are recording you when you're having a confrontation with someone out on the street. But lo and behold, they always remember you. So living in that glass house, I'm just like every other law enforcement officer. My back's to the wall when I go into a restaurant. You know, my eyes have got to be focused on all the exits, and my guard is always ready. You just never know.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Susan, chime in there. I don't want you to feel left out of this conversation. Anybody that wants to call, also, we have the phone lines open. It's 1-888-88-YERGZ if you want to call in. Go ahead, Susan. I want you in the conversation there because you were in law enforcement as well.
And part of the problem now is that they will dox you and your family. And pretty soon your address is out all over Twitter, all over Facebook. And then you have people coming to your house. So yeah,
that's true. I've had offenders. I've had people that I dealt with Google my name. My phone number is on frickin' Google, for Christ's sake, my private phone number, because I've been mentioned in some newspaper articles, and I've given briefs on different topics that I've dealt with. And you Google my name and it pops up everything, my phone number, everything. So,
well, once you go into public service, all your private information becomes public information.
Absolutely, it does.
It's automatic, even right down to how much money you make.
Well, yeah, and it's a transparency. Well, Montana's a transparency state. Everyone can just look at how much I make an hour. That's not a secret. You know,
oh, wow.
And you can drive to any house in this state. And all you have to do is type the address in there, and you can find out who pays the taxes on that property. So offenders that I supervise, all they have to do is find out an address and see where Corey lives. It's pretty easy.
That's true. Somebody asked in the comments what the show is about. Well, we are about challenge coins, but we're also about public safety. I started off in mentioning fire call that's went horribly wrong, and so we were just talking about other real life scenarios, and it can go horribly wrong for us in a second. It can go horribly wrong for fire EMS in a second too. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go, sir, but is there anything else you want to get out there real quick before you slip out of here? We're going to end the show here in a few minutes. We only go usually an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So I will put all your information in
the only new thing I've got coming up is the only new thing I've got coming up I haven't really disclosed to anybody before is I'm getting real close to finishing a book about all this that I'll be self-publishing hopefully by July 4th. It'll be out on the website as well.
Well, you can come back and visit us and tell us about it then. So I would like that very much. So if you don't mind, either this show or one of the other shows. So I would like that.
We'll see when we work out.
All right, sir. Well, good luck to you, and thank you for dropping in. And keep in touch with us through through our mutual friends. So, and you got my address too. So, thank you very much. I will put all your information in the show credit, and maybe you can sell some challenge coins. I'm sorry, I hit him away too quick. I didn't mean to do that. I hit the button too quick. Go ahead, say that again, sir.
I just said I appreciate it, and I'll see you again.
All right. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm still learning to push these buttons, so like I said, I don't turn this show into a political thing, but our job is political sometimes. So, well, Susan, I'm going to make sure to mention you on the Thin Line Rock radio station and try and help you out. And I want to see you get up there and to DC. I'd really like to see you get up there in DC and meet Andy and get him down there at the police memorial taking pictures. I'd really like that. So we'll keep in touch. You are welcome any weekend to drop by, any Friday night.
Okay.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
And every now and then when we got shorthanded, I'm going to call on you to just drop in here and harass us and keep us honest.
Not a problem.
It's hard to do with Andy. You know how much he talks. So, all right, Susan. It is. I'm gonna let you go. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Susan, for dropping in. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Anytime.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right. Well, I have not figured out how to make this work. I'm just leaving it like this. I can't make the script for the radio and podcast listeners. I can't make the screen fit properly with the way we all are. So, well, Corey, anything else new and exciting going on with you, man? Besides, were you trying to scam on Facebook? I hear so.
What the hell, man? You have no idea.
That was hilarious.
I was hilarious. On fire. I was on fire, man. Could you tell?
So, I can tell. So, Corey messages me before I got a message from another somebody messaging an admin. I'm an admin of two groups. And Corey messages me and says, somebody's accusing me of being a scammer. And I'm like, what? Why would you be a scammer? So apparently they thought that he was trying to sell the patch instead of the coin or something. I don't know what the heck they thought, but it was funny. And Corey was going off and I was like, dude, seriously, calm down. I have the coin. His coin is amazing. His coin is amazing. I love his coin. So it's nice, thick. It's 3D. And I was like, dude, take a pill. So try and talk to somebody beforehand. He's like, he was aggressive.
So I actually, I rubbed a little bit of dirt in his wounds because one guy private messaged me and says, I know you're not a scammer. Can I buy a coin and a patch? I'm like, absolutely. So I took a picture of the coin and the patch and the shipping label. He showed it to the guy that I sold it to, but I also forwarded on to the guy that started calling me a scammer. I'm like, hey, thanks to you, I made a sale. Appreciate it.
Well, that's what we're trying to do here. And I go on every week and I put on anyone that has coins they want to sell and anyone that wants to come on and show their coins. That's what we want. We don't want scammers. And so that's what this show, the intent. A lot of times, and I assume you knew it, Corey, is they'll ask you to take a picture of the coin with today's date and your autograph or something. You know, you hold
and I did that.
Whatever.
And he says, "Oh, that's legit."
I saw you did.
It's like, what?
Yeah. So that was my reasoning when I talked to Matt. I was like, why don't we just do this online? Because this way you could come online and go, you know, this is my DeKalb County, Georgia Paramedic coin. It's got fire on one side and it's got Paramedic on the other side. It's my coin. I sell them. If you want one, it's $21. And they see your face, they see the coin, you know. Seems like a good idea. So we're getting lots of views. Our podcast is always, I don't understand how a podcast scores more views than an actual YouTube, especially something as visual as a challenge coin, but we're getting so many hits on the podcast side that I'm impressed.
Really?
Oh yeah. Our show one day ranked like 360 something one day, you know, out of all the podcasts were on there. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I guess they want to hear my big mouth. I don't know. But well, I mean, we're the only one out there that I can find like that. So, and I think it's a good idea. And I still say anybody wants to come show their coins or coin related stuff, because we had the guy that made the leather, it was like a medallion or necklace thing holder.
Yeah. So, the coin holder out of leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had those crazy hats that he made.
Yeah.
Oh, that 3D hand. I remember that one too.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, he made some great stuff out of leather. So yeah, so I'll if anybody wants to come on the show, I don't know the correct word, but if they are brave enough to go in front of the camera, come on. I ain't scared to have you on. So, and of course, we got to also say, you know, we have Yerg's Radio, which lets us get the word out. And I'm allowed to advertise on Thin Line Rock Radio that we have the show as well. And I talk about it on my show on WDJY and on Radio Fairfax. So we're getting out there. So it's just going to be a matter of time. This is new. And a lot of the people that challenge coins aren't like interested in it yet. So eventually they will. And we'll get quite a few people lined up to come on. But next week we have the major from Fairfax County Police has promised me he's going to come back. So he's going to be on. The week after that, we have an FBI informant. No, not informant. Negotiator. Informant's a bad guy, right?
So, slightly, yeah.
So you saw a headlamp that looks like my logo. My logo? What logo? I don't know what he's talking about. So yeah, we have a hostage negotiator the week after that, and I'm working on. There is a law enforcement college in the Carolinas that is got a new basketball team, and I'm working on getting the coach. Fingers crossed. So it's a program where they take kids out of high school that want to go through the post certification. They just get them their criminal justice degree and their post certification, all while they're getting their associates. And they come out of college and they go, yeah. So I think that's a good thing. It's a brand new theory in school. So I think that's a good thing.
That would be a huge benefit for agencies that are hiring, that are recruiting. Because if they go through the MPAT and all the testing and all that stuff while in school, when they come out of school, like, holy crow, they'll be way ahead of the game. Yeah,
and some places would probably reimburse them for it. So I know that there's federal legislation I don't know if it's passed, but they're trying to reduce student debt for people in public safety. So that'd be a good thing.
Huh.
Yeah, no matter what side of the fence you're on that, because going to school just to be a paramedic can set you back, $12,000 for a $30,000 a year job.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're not in it to be rich, are we?
No, you got to love the job. You got to
You
love
gotta
the job.
love the job. You didn't, yeah.
And
You don't get
no
rich
matter-
off public safety.
No. And the real possibility of dying, not going home, or like me being changed to where you can't go back on duty is there every day. So
Just had a fallen officer 3 days ago in Sheridan, Wyoming. He was doing a simple task as of issuing a no trespassing ticket to a guy. And he was shot and killed. And he leaves behind a young wife and his newborn daughter that was born in August. And it was that's pretty close to Montana, and it kind of hits home again. Like, God damn it, man! It's senseless acts that irritate me. And we practice. We train. But you don't know the what ifs, right? And it's tragic. It really is, and it sucks because we're all kind of a brotherhood. We're all kind of a family, and it could happen to any one of us at any given time. And you just don't know when it's your time. And it sucks.
They had a Meigs County, Tennessee police officer. He had come to the job from the city of New York, and he wanted to get away from all the problems in the larger city and basically set up a family and, have a more stable life, probably a more economically financial life, in Tennessee than he would have in New York. He had just got released from his FTO. He texted his wife and said, "I made my first arrest." He was so excited. Disappeared. And all they got was a call, and they couldn't make out on the radio what it was saying. It took them a day and a half to make out on the radio. They had to send it to the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, to get them to slow it down, speed it up, try and, process it. He was yelling, "Help, help, water." Apparently he missed a curve, went off the side of a mountain, upside down in the water. His prisoner, unfortunately, perished. She was in back. The window, according to TBI, it looked like been busted out from the inside, and he's still missing.
Really?
So that's kind of a very weird case.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a domestic. It was on the bridge. Apparently, he arrested, I guess, the person that, I don't know how it works, the one that looked like they had attacked the other one, or however it works. But
right.
He made the arrest of the person, and so they were trying to contact the next of kin for the prisoner. The person that was on the bridge that was in the argument was the spouse. Is nowhere to be found either. That's weird. That's a weird case.
Here's speculation, but when we're in these lines of job in our line of work, we can always assume, right? And we always think of the worst. And hindsight's 20/20. God damn it, man! Doesn't take a rocket scientist, does it?
No, but yeah. So they've got a lot of resources out looking for the officer. So that's a crazy one. And that comes on the line of Blount County, Tennessee. Just a couple counties over had a person open up. I'm going to take a phone call here. Hello, can you hear me? This is Sportcat. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello, you are on the air. This is the Grin and Guardian show.
Oh my goodness. I have been listening to you guys and it's so fun.
Okay, well, we're glad you called. Who is this? And where are you calling from?
Oh gosh, you don't want to know where I'm calling from.
Well, sure we do. I mean, we like to know where our listeners are located.
Well, this is Uncommon Soul.
Oh,
You already know where I'm from.
Oh, Uncommon Soul,
I'm
how are
from the
you?
galaxy, remember?
That's right. How are you, Uncommon Soul?
Oh, you know, I just got bored, so I figured I'd just call and chit chat since I didn't have nothing else to do out here in the, sky. Because, the Earth is really far away.
Well, that's true. Depending on where you're at, you could be on a distant galaxy.
I am.
You are.
I am right now. Right now I am.
Yeah, right.
Now tomorrow, that's a different story.
What's tomorrow's plans?
Tomorrow's plans? You know what? I need to get me a planner and start journaling.
I'll tell you what, if you can figure out how to keep up your day-to-day activity from day to day, let me know, because today was just chaos for me.
That will never happen, sir. That will never happen.
Yeah, today was chaos. I had to guest cancel, and then I had to put out fires early this morning, and it seemed like everything was going to go wrong.
That was so bad, ain't it? You know what's so bad about Earth is that people have to do these things that they don't like to do, like work.
Yeah, well, jobs suck.
They think that they want you out of the house.
Well, that's what my wife says. Get out of the house. But I think that's for other reasons.
But wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. You're a guy, right? Okay. So
last time I checked.
You have a wife. That you seem like you really like, and she seems like she must love you a lot because, I mean, you look fabulous on the big screen. I'll tell you, sir.
Well, thank you.
I'll have to get your autograph one day.
Well, if you can drop your spaceship in, I'll be more than glad to. So
I can absolutely get the spaceship here to Earth. No problem.
You are making Corey bust up laughing here. Have you got anything to say to Corey?
What's up, Corey?
I got nothing, man. You're having a good night, aren't you?
I am. I got coffee and I smoked this plant that the ones on Earth called marijuana or Mary Jane.
Oh, little Mary Jane, yeah.
Yeah. It seems to get me right there on cloud 9, and I'm out of this world.
Well,
I'm on totally different galaxy.
Well, I tell you what, I wish I could, because, well,
I ain't even nowhere near the Milky Way.
One of these days, when I don't have to worry about protecting my license or pension, I might be joining you.
That's what they all say, Glenn. That's what they all say.
Yeah, well, right now I still gotta worry about a couple of those things. I gotta make some bills first. Well, you called last time. I think you called. I was in Vermont, so it was all snowed in up there.
Oh, you was cold. You was so.
My son stuffed me down in the basement. Yeah, I was cold.
Yeah, it was. Man, let me tell you, back at that time, man, when you was in Vermont, where was I at? I think I was close to Uranus.
Well, I really don't want you close to my anus, but
no, I'm talking about the planet.
Oh, universe. Oh, okay, I got you. So,
well, Are we lost here?
Well, sometimes I do wander, so
Oh, okay.
I see a squirrel,
Because
and next thing you know,
I'm still in the galaxy. I ain't got here to Earth yet.
well, sometimes I get lost. I'll see something shiny, and I'll just veer away.
Ooh, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I get in trouble easily, if you know what I mean. So,
Oh, you do?
Oh.
Shit.
of course.
You know what? You know, I don't believe that. You are a gentleman. I can tell. You are not like no. See, I feel energy from the ones that I talk to. I can tell.
Well,
Brother or not.
I
You
put
are
on a good
good
front.
energy
I don't like
or
people to know if I'm a
bad
good guy.
energy?
I prefer to be a bad boy. I prefer to be a bad boy. That way,
Oh, Lord have mercy. Worry.
Hey, look,
Oh, you guys are just,
we're terrible. So, do you watch my other shows?
yeah.
You do?
No.
You
No.
don't? Why not? Why don't you
I
watch
don't,
other shows?
can I talk to somebody else?
Well, Corey's here. He can talk to you.
Hey, Andy, how you doing?
Andy went exit stage left. He's gonna tell me.
Man. Okay.
I think you scared
Who's the
Andy.
other one? Who's the other one?
Oh, Matt? He's not here tonight.
Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right, fine.
Unless
Sorry.
you're Chuck.
Whatever.
I mean, yeah.
What?
Yeah, Kelly says, "Come on, Corey, talk to her." So don't be shy.
Hi,
I'm really
How
shy.
are you, darling?
I'm
I
shy.
don't believe.
I don't know if Kelly is a male or a female, but you'll know. Hey, oh, okay, hang on. Let me try to code out the accent there.
Okay.
I kind of go from all my different what all do I have? Italian, German.
So what galaxy are you from?
Oh, yeah, which galaxy? Let's see.
So if the galaxy were to drop you,
I
drop you in
have
midair,
not
what's
figured out where exactly which one it is.
if the galaxy were to drop
I
you
don't know.
from the air, what
Mhm.
state would you land in?
Oh, let's see here.
Ooh, that's a good question, Corey.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some
bet.
state that has legalized marijuana, I'm sure.
I was gonna guess New England or somewhere up in there.
No, that is too cold.
Too cold.
I like
Yeah.
Central America, United States. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like Indiana or somewhere. So
Nebraska.
Ew, no.
Nebraska. Yeah.
What?
It's so cold in
Where?
Nebraska. Huh? Oh, wait a minute.
Where the bra?
Hold on.
Where's the bra?
You ask and you shall receive. Andy just came back.
Annie, she is all yours,
How are
Andy.
you?
You have a fan, Andy.
Yeah, I hear that.
Uncommon Soul.
Sorry,
She wanted to
but
talk to you.
my
How are
computer acted up.
you?
Shut off on me.
Oh, got excited. He got something on the screen. So,
Oh
yeah,
no,
right.
did he just get his little winky up? Oops, I can't get on there, can I?
we're not on
that's
FM.
business.
By all means, we're on internet radio. If you can make Andy turn red, I'm all for it. So you can just.
Did he turn red?
he did turn a little bit red. So
Yeah, not as red as that the other week when we played that game.
We're on the road.
Remember the questions you
that's
asked?
true. That's true, Kelly. I was bad to Andy. We were playing a game where we had to ask questions on the Misfits. And you do know that Andy is confined to a wheelchair, don't you?
No.
Oh,
does
well,
now.
he is. Yeah. And
Aw.
so he has been his entire life. So the question I had
Right.
to ask him is, would he rather stand the rest of his life and not be able to sit down, or sit the rest of his life and not be able to stand up? And okay, maybe I do have a little bit of a soul or conscience inside. It's probably not a big one, but I was really struggling and felt horrible by having to ask him that.
But he was laughing his ass off while he was asking.
Well,
What?
yeah, but I
Okay,
pictured you on the
Andy,
front of the
what's
Titanic in your
answer?
wheelchair.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
I said stand up and I'll be able to sit for the rest of my life.
You know, I could kind of agree with that. I can
Well, after
understand that
43 years,
100.
yeah.
I mean, actually, way more than that. I have visited Earth before, just so you know.
Looks good.
And when I did, I did have some loved ones that I was around that they were bound to wheelchairs, and it was a very wonderful time to be able to see and help them stand whenever they needed, or sit whenever they needed, have whatever they needed taken care of.
So you sound like you got a caregiver in you. Maybe you on Earth you could be a paramedic or something.
CNA from 2001 to 2014. But I was a NA from 1998 to 2001.
Wow. So you're over 21. I can harass you. Okay. Cool. All right. So you decided you would much rather leave Earth than hang around and deal with all of us. Is that?
Yeah. It was kind of for safety reasons to kind of for a little bit. But I come back every now and then.
You kind of got a thing for Earthmen?
I do. Like a real bad crush on them. But, you know, hey, what can I do? I don't have no other choice. I kind of like it.
Kelly in the chat wants to know what was in your weed. So.
Oh, I have no idea. Let's see, what kind did I smoke? Hang on.
She ate 3 brownies instead of 1.
Something called Green Dynasty Dog. DWAG.
That's
Dynasty.
Isn't it?
That equates to
Granddaddy. Granddaddy dog.
Granddaddy dog. Well,
yeah. Oh, damn. Whew.
It got you up there. Didn't take much.
Apparently. No. Well, no, not really. I did smoke that whole joint too.
Well, Kelly says you got your money's worth. So as long as tomorrow you don't feel the side effects of it, that's the part that always hurts.
You know, that's the one. I think that's about the only thing I got. That's a good thing going. Is that no? I don't get the effect when I wake up the next morning. Really, I mean, everybody's tired when they first wake up, right?
Yeah.
Until they like wake up and wipe their face and brush their hair, do their shower, get their coffee. Nobody is ever wide awake when they first get up.
No, I have to have my morning Mountain Dew. After 2 Mountain Dews, you can talk to me. I'm presentable.
Oh.
Well, maybe not presentable.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee. Bobby from my other show is the coffee addict. I don't drink coffee. So.
Hey, Mountain Dew's okay if it's a different flavor besides the green one.
Well, that is true because I like the blue, actually, the blue raspberry. So that is my favorite.
I like the pitch black one because of the tartness.
Yeah, they're
and the live wire.
The live wire. That's the orange. Yes, that's the. I can only get that when I go visit my family in Tennessee.
Oh, that's so neat.
Yeah,
and what Tennessee is like an orange color too, right?
That's right. Go Big Orange for the Tennessee Volunteers. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's also where Mountain Dew, originally enough, was created.
Oh. Excuse me.
You okay? You sound like you had a little bit of a giggle or something there.
Burp.
Oh, okay. It's impressive.
Oh, no. Don't say that. That's impressive, because don't let me have too many beers, because then they burp worse than a man. Oh, Lord.
Oh, we don't want that.
I had an ex-husband that he kind of got annoyed about that, and, which I was kind of already annoyed about him. And him and I, we had what we called, okay, is it late night yet?
No,
we had what we
absolutely.
call hallway sex. I flipped him off, he flipped me off, and I went to my job, he went to his job, and we just like grew apart, just like. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my own place. You go do your thing. I'm gonna go do my thing, and just like that.
It
was
happens.
cool.
It happens.
That's how it's supposed to work, right?
I think that way, but not everybody does.
No, yeah. Let me tell you something.
Some people get a little jealous.
They ain't. Yeah, talk about a motherfucker trying to stalk somebody.
Well, as long as you're not trying to stalk me, I've already got one of those, so I don't need another.
Oh no, I already got one of those that I'm worried about.
Yeah,
that's why I'm in the galaxy.
Well, I would hope that they won't find you there. So
they better not.
Well, what I was going to tell you is you really need to tune into tomorrow night's show, because listen to me. I got some really cool surprises lined up for tomorrow night's show. I don't
like surprises. No.
I'm good with surprises.
No, surprises suck. I will tell you right now. No.
Okay.
No surprises at all. I may or may not tune in, and whatever I hear, regardless whether you told me or not, I still forget.
Well, I can understand that.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, as we get older, that happens, and higher, that happens. But don't tell the rest of the cast of the Misfit show. I've got a comedian coming on, so let's just keep that between us, our own little secret. So don't tell anyone. Well, I can't say that.
Is this our secret?
Well, okay, I'll give you another secret. I did sign someone else from Hollywood to do my other show, the Paranormal Guys.
Never mind.
Oh, you're gonna like. I got Robin Williams to come on the show.
Sir.
Yeah.
What year is it?
Well, my computer says 2024.
Mm-hmm. What year did Robin Williams pass?
I have no idea. I just talked to him today on the phone.
2015.
Okay.
2016.
Well, he's got a phone number. I talked to him. He says he's coming on the show, so maybe you should watch that show too. It's March 15th. It's going to be interesting. You doubt me. You doubt me, don't you? I can sense this.
Oh, I absolutely do.
You shouldn't doubt me on this one. He has stood me up, though. He has stood me up on 2 other occasions. So that's why this time I called him on the phone. I was like, look, dude, seriously, people are beginning to tell me I'm dead or some shit.
See, I remember bits and pieces of when that came out on Google, because my mother told me that he had killed himself. And then after that, not too long after that, her and I, we didn't talk no more. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the rumor. But...
Oh, God. Glenn,
yes,
you got me on the phone just chit-chatting away at things, and I just watched the show.
Well,
and I'm on broad television.
Well, you are around the world right now. As I like to say, I am coast to coast and around the world.
Oh, well.
And on my other 2 shows, I'm transmitting them on the FM radio.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah. So But I'm glad that you watched one of my shows.
Can I do shout? Oh God, can I do shout out?
Well, sure, you could do a shout out. Go
I
for it.
Okay, I don't have any.
Oh.
I was just wondering.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
just thought I'd ask a question.
well, next time you can take notes. So, or I'll tell you what.
Am I taking up your show? Do I need to let you go, or do you have your other guests that want to ask me a question?
No, the other guests, they were already done. So me and Corey were just
okay.
chit-chatting. So
Okay.
no. I mean, unless Ross tells me I can't transmit anymore, we're still good to go. Corey is loving this. I know Andy is, so
Oh.
we don't get too many women calling.
It seems like I'm the only one talking though.
Well, no, I'm asking questions. So
you are? Oh.
Yeah, I'm muting.
See, I forgot that you asked questions. Damn it.
I like to. I'm inquisitive and I like to watch. So
yeah,
I got talents. So.
Okay. You did? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, talents suck like that.
You know, Matt is gonna hate that he missed his show. I hope he watches it back. So is Chuck.
Oh, those poor things.
I know.
They'll be all right.
Kelly says that you need to come on my show.
I already have me and Mr. in mind.
You have a what?
I already have a Mr. in mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. You can still be our temptress. So.
Is it Robin Williams?
No, he's coming on in March.
Absolutely not. It is not Robin Williams.
Okay.
But every time I think about that, God.
What happened?
See, that's why I got to quit coming down here to Earth, because then I meet these men and I see them and I just oh God, take me away. And so I get to the station and I go back up.
Yeah.
Well,
so
one of these days I'm gonna find me one and I ain't letting go.
Yeah, all women say that, but once the ring goes on, that's it. That's it. They're done.
I don't know. There ain't no ring going on this one.
Oh.
I'm done with that shit.
That's good.
I've already been burned 3 times. No, fuck that.
3 times? You should have learned the first 2 times, sweetie.
You would have thought, right? No.
I thought mine's a life sentence. She still hasn't figured out how to legally kill me, so that's why I got a show. So if I don't show up, people will be like, "Where's Sportcat?" So she has trained my cat to be a killer. This is a true story. She has trained my cat how to turn my CPAP machine off at night. Yeah.
Oh no.
So see, that's why I have to be on
put
here.
some duct tape on it.
So, that would just tape it down and it'd never come on and I would die. So you're not being very helpful.
No, you tape it on. Not tape it off, tape it on.
Okay.
What's the difference?
I might have to use electrical tape for that instead of duct tape.
Oh my gosh, no! Electrical tape won't stick. You have something sticky.
Wow, I got something sticky, but that's another story.
Yeah, hold on. No, not cum.
Copy you on the confirmation of snow.
You caught on quick. So. Yeah, you do need to call in on the Misfits. I think you would really enjoy that show.
No.
You're welcome to call in. Well, you're welcome to call in on any of the shows. So
I'm sure, but I don't know.
Well,
maybe.
It
depends on how much cannabis I had that night, and whether or not I caught.
Okay. So wait a minute. This could be kind of offensive to the 3 of us sitting here on the screen. So what you're saying is the only way you could look at us and talk to us is if you get high. That's kind of like you just don't really like us.
That is kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up.
No, it's kind of that I don't know really what to do besides turn on my phone and scroll through, and if you guys are on, then I look. If y'all ain't on, what am I supposed to do? And what am I supposed to do if y'all come on and I'm halfway high?
Well, I mean, I guess it's true.
I
We
can't
catch
stop
it. We did catch. It's true. It's hard to stop the train. So we got you. We got you halfway there. So that's true. That's a valid point.
I mean, do women give guys hard-ons?
That's kind of hard to ask, but
You better get those tits out of my face, or I'll show you my tits.
I mean,
Okay. Well, then how do you fuck up a blowjob?
Well, I don't know. I personally have never done that, so I don't know.
You've never had one either?
Oh, no, I'm saying no. That I have, but sure, how you mess it up? I don't know. The wife walk in? I'm not sure. So
what? Whoa!
You never
wanted your wife doing it, not having your wife walk in on you not having it done.
Warren wants to know which guy on the screen floats your ship. Kelly's like, well, that escalated quickly. So
yeah, see about that escalation. Yeah, I kind of do that. I just kind of go off running with my conversations.
Yeah.
You never know where they're going to end up.
You never do. So,
as far as I know, it could end up in Dollar General.
Yeah, I prefer Target, but.
I mean, there's always Walmart.
I guess
Walmart
you had to meet
fell
in the
apart.
middle. Yeah, there's one in every city at least. So.
They're overwhelmed with goodies for people to buy for their essential needs.
That's true. And the munchies.
I got plenty of munchies. I got pizza, I got chips, I got donuts, coffee.
Hey, be careful. There's a cop on here. He likes donuts, so.
Oh. I'll get maple.
Maple, okay. Corey said he prefers cream-filled donuts, so.
No, I
I
never.
cream-filled Long John.
What's your favorite donut, Corey?
Just the standard.
You have to.
Just the standard donut.
Just a standard donut?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't mind a Long John, but
what the hell's a Long John? I don't even know what a Long John is.
The Long John?
The hell you don't.
What is it? Seriously, what is a Long John? I don't know what a Long John is.
It's a rectangle donut.
They're about 6 inches long, 7 inches long, and they got chocolate.
3 inch, and they put cream up the middle.
Oh, a zinger.
They got chocolate on the top.
No.
They're about that wide.
Donut.
They're about 6 inches long. And they got chocolate on top. We call them Long Johns in Canada. I don't know.
I've never heard anything called a Long John. Good.
But typically, just
the
glazed donut is my go-to. I'm boring
with the I kind of like the chocolate cake ones with the what is it, the white powder on it that's been melted and it's liquidy. Yeah, I like those. I ate 2 or 3 of those before I go to the dentist, so and some Oreos. So.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, but that is truly, well, you know, when I was a youngin', about 60 years ago, it was Mountain Dew and Zingers is what it was. Zinger is a little cake with a strip of chocolate on the top, and it's got white cream filling in it. That was my breakfast for years when I worked in retail. So Mountain Dew and Zingers. I didn't get the sugars, so that's a good thing. So.
Yeah.
Well, Uncommon Soul, are you still there? Did we lose her?
Oh, darn it!
We might
Did we?
we might have went out of range of her intergalactic signal.
Yes, the galaxy drifted away.
I hate that. So, you know, when you put the toll-free number up, anybody can call. So
You don't know what you get. You don't.
No, it's like live radio. You don't know what you're gonna get. So,
Oh,
but I'm glad she called. It's good that we have a fan, so we get at least one view a week. So,
right. Oh man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wind this one down. And what's that?
Okay.
I'm watching live video of the house explosion.
Oh, how
They
they
had-
got any more updates?
They had houses, 5 houses away that were damaged from the explosion.
Mm. That's
They
a
said
pretty
debris
dang
is well
big-
over a mile wide.
That's not
What?
gas.
That's not gas. They said
Just like
so
the one in
far,
Arlington. That's not gas.
they said a total of 10 patients, 1 confirmed dead, 9 transported. 4
Jesus
critical,
Christ.
5 serious condition.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You see, just outside one county outside the nation's capital, tell me an explosion that has a 1 mile blast radius. I want to know some of the private eyes. Tell me who lives on that street.
Exactly.
I want to know, just like they did down in Arlington, which is just also less than 20 miles from the big
Mhm.
white building on Pennsylvania Avenue. So
Yep.
I think we live in a different time and world.
They are actually
I
still
guarant-
putting flames out at this time.
Oh, I'm sure. Absolutely. Because their priority went to rescuing their brothers and sisters.
Yep.
So absolutely.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I've been on the scene of quite a few fires.
Yeah, exactly.
Many of them
so
that
have
were
I.
gas fires. And I don't think I've ever seen one with a debris field that wide.
Mhm.
So now I did see a tree get struck by lightning, and for like a quarter block, it took the oak tree and sent almost like little tiny toothpicks of the tree into the side of cinder block
Yeah.
houses.
We actually
That
had
was the
one in our
craziest thing
backyard
I've
that
ever
got struck
seen.
by lightning one year.
Yeah, it turned that tree into toothpicks that were deadly for like a block.
Mhm.
I mean, it was impressive. They were quarter inch into the side of people's houses. I was like, that's wood. How the hell did that
Yeah.
happen? So I guess, well, the boiling expansion point of water, and there's so much water in a tree. I ain't gonna teach a science class, but you get the idea. So,
Mhm.
Corey, anything going on this week for you?
Nothing. Just nope.
All
Nothing. Not a thing. I'm actually
Well, if
been.
you're bored,
I actually sold. I sold 7 coins today.
congratulations! I have not sold a
Racing.
coin in a while, so I need to sell some coins.
Yeah. I sold 7 coins on a patch today, and actually, damn, over the last since February 6th. No, since February 9th. Probably about 20 coins.
That's good.
It's not
That's
bad.
good. So, well, maybe
Yeah.
the show's helping you. So
It might be. It might be.
it could.
They have
could
other
be
breaking
so.
news. Somebody
There's-
just stole a Maryland State Highway emergency response vehicle.
The big thing that they put out for traffic.
Uh-huh.
Those things.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Well, one of the mini tow truck type things. The
Yeah.
cops are in a hot pursuit now.
What is happening?
I don't know.
That's in the nation's cap. Well, it's just outside the nation's capital.
Yeah.
The world is upside down.
Oh my God!
Tomorrow
Yeah.
night, tomorrow night we have the Misfits, and I've got several guests coming on in addition to our normal band of Misfits. So we will have that. We're gonna have the guests, and we're gonna play some games. Corey, if you're bored, jump on in. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Uncommon Soul may even come over there and talk to you. So.
That'll be a trip.
Yeah, really.
You know, I'm really surprised that she watches this show out of all three of my shows, but hey,
Right?
I don't mind. I got a fan, so
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
maybe she likes the uniforms. I don't know. So, but
Oh.
tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is the Misfits with surprise guest, and then on Wednesday is the Paranormal Guys, my bread and butter show. Let me see who I got on it this week. Oh, I got two authors. One that wrote a book about her experience from where she actually came back from the dead here in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's writing about what she saw on the other side of the veil and what she remembers. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got her book. I haven't managed to get quite through it. I've got another author. He has written a book that's a mystery crime mystery based out of Washington, D.C. area. So he'll be in the second hour. And then again, we're back to the Grin and Guardian gang after that. And I have the major from Fairfax County Police coming on with talking about challenge coins. So, and then you get back into the circle again with Misfit. So, yeah, so that's what we got lined up. Of course, Jurg's Radio is always replaying the Paranormal Guys or Misfits. Well, not always, but he's got a routine where he plays this over. He's going to start replaying the Grin and Guardian gang over as well sometime through the day, too. We haven't worked out a time. Two of my other shows can be found on WDJY. Friday nights is the Paranormal Guys. Saturday night, Sunday night is the Misfits. And in Radio Fairfax, every other Wednesday, you get a Paranormal Guys or a Misfit. So there's going to be some new changes coming up. Corey, I'm going to be moving into a station nearby you here soon. It's not
really
close, but it's not close to you, but it's closer than I am now. So, so there's going to be some big things coming up soon. And then of course, Thursdays and Fridays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon Eastern until 2, you can catch me on Thin Line Rock Radio, spinning classic rocks songs. And I have a little web page, I guess, I don't know, where you can leave me a message if you got a request. So we'll be talking, I'll have that out soon. So yeah, all kinds of cool things going on. So
right on.
Corey, you come over to the Misfits tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a blast. It's either gonna be a blast or a total nightmare. I don't know yet.
Send me the link.
I will do it, and we're gonna leave Andy in charge, so that way I don't have any responsibility. I'm gonna have an ice cold beverage. Uncommon Soul. Yeah, see you, Corey. Uncommon Soul, if you get back in this galaxy, thanks for calling. We appreciate it. See you, Corey. Thanks for everything, man. Andy, hang on. Tomorrow night's gonna be a fun show.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna start drinking heavily early. So
that state highway truck wasn't live. It was a couple hours ago, and they caught the guy. He actually ran 7 Maryland State Police cars. One of them
world is unhinged.
sideways up the interstate.
The world is unhinged.
Exactly.
That's why, if you want reality, you can come find one of my shows where we're not quite right in the head.
And then, did I tell you about the 2 truck driver today?
Yeah, you told me that one.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you soon. See you next week. Bye.